Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brick Artemis. My name is Rob.
I'm Katie.
And Katie's here with us today. She might be a little goofy at first. It's her first video on YouTube. But I have her here today. She's my niece. And just wanted to we were going to do like a versus game, right?
Yeah, I thought we were doing...
But we were going to do a versus game.
Oh.
We were going to do Mighty Bowser versus the Nintendo Entertainment System and a couple other verses. But we're actually going to do something a little different than that. We're going to show our top 5 holy grails. So the top 5 Lego sets that are on our list, whether they're retired or not, that we really want to buy. Not our favorite of all time, just the ones that we really want that we do not have yet, or are really hard to get. So we're also going to bring up one Lego set that we wish that they would make, that may or may not be in the Lego ideas already, where you can vote and all that stuff. So, so Katie, kind of tell the world a little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm 17. I got into Legos obviously when I was a kid, but I started doing it more with my uncle because he got really into it.
Yeah, and you remember that Lego set that I got you when you were a kid? You said it was like the mall or something, right? Like a friend set or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a mall mixed with like a hair salon. I don't really remember.
Oh, that's pretty cool. See, I don't remember that. But I'm glad you do. I'm glad we made some memories. And, this is her first video. She's a little
pretty awkward.
Goofy. But we're going to have some fun. We're going to make it fun. And let's go ahead and hit that intro and get started with it. Before we get started with our list, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out a lot. So let's go ahead and move forward. So we're going to let Katie go first on her top 5 Holy Grail sets. So what we're going to do is she's going to say one, then I'm going to say one. So really there's going to be maybe 10 unless we have something of the similar or the same, right? So I'm going to let Katie go first, and then we're just going to go back and forth.
Are we starting with number 1 or number 5? Like the one that we want most?
Honestly, I wasn't thinking about going 5 to 1, but we can if you want to.
Okay.
I was just thinking like 5 that we really want.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just start. Okay. The one I really, really want is the Titanic one, obviously, because it's huge, but it's also really expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Titanic is very expensive, and it's huge. It takes up a lot of space. So the shelf behind me, I'm guessing it would take up one whole shelving shelf on my shelving unit.
But it's worth one shelf.
I guess it is, yeah. If only it came with Rose and Jack, right?
Yeah, but I saw it. I saw it in the Titanic Museum in Tennessee.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But it looked bigger than it was at the Lego store.
Maybe that was like a Lego set that somebody built out of actual Legos, and then they eventually came out with like a set that you can buy. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, that's a set that I always kind of wanted too. It is massive.
Yeah.
But it is one of those sets that, would be really cool to have because I grew up in the 90s. Titanic was huge. And I understand that it was like a real thing that happened in 1912 too. And it's this Lego set's not based on the movie, but at the same time, growing up with that movie, and I know that's one of your favorite movies. You have like the biggest crush on Leo.
Only in that movie though.
Okay.
Well, Romeo and
that
Juliet.
Makes sense. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Oh yeah, and this. And, but yeah, so that's definitely a one that I would want too. But I don't think it's on my top 5.
Oh, I thought it would be.
I don't know, but you said it. So I'm gonna say one of my top 5 is the 1989 Batmobile from the 1989 Batman movie. That's one of my favorite sets. I somehow missed out on it. It's going for about $500 now, where before it was only going for $200 when it first came out. I do have the Batwing and from the 1989 movie, and it was just a lot of fun to build. It looks really good on display. And I would really, really, really love to have that Batmobile set alongside the Batwing. So that's kind of why I want that. I'm a huge Batman fan, and it would just look good with the Batwing behind me. So, all right, so that's the first one on our list. Let's go ahead and move to, I guess, would be number 4, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going first?
All right, I got the Jazz Club. It's new, but it looks very well detailed, and I really love music. So I'm excited to see that in stores. I haven't been to the store in like a week.
Yeah, that's a really nice module building.
Yeah.
And it just came out. It's in the stores. A lot of people have been talking about it recently, so I'm sure that's how you kind of like got it in your head. So
do you know how many pieces are in it?
Off the top of my head, no, but I will have it right below me here. So yeah, you kind of caught me off guard there. Because I don't know what her list is. If I knew what her list was, I would have all these things memorized. And I doubt anybody actually has all these memorized, unless they actually have the set.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a really fun. You love music. I love music. So that's one that I would want, but I don't think it would be on my top 5.
I just think it would look good too, like.
Yeah, I could see why you want it.
Yeah.
But my number 4 would have to be the Star Wars UCS set of the Razor Crest. Now, the Razor Crest I have seen many times. I almost grabbed it, but instead I picked up Diagon Alley from the Harry Potter line. Part of me wishes I picked up the Razor Crest, but it was more money for what I feel like it was less. Now, I know it's more if you're like a huge Star Wars fan and all of that. So to many people, the Razor Crest is better. But also to a lot of people, Diagon Alley is better. And it comes with, Diagon Alley came with 4 buildings. And it's $150 cheaper. So and it came with a lot more minifigures. I just felt like it was more bang for your buck at the time. But man, part of me wishes I can and I haven't opened it up yet, just wishes I could take it back and get the Razor Crest. Because
I feel like that one's more you, though, like the Diagon Alley.
Yeah, it is. But I really like that Razor Crest. There's something about the Mandalorian that I really like. And so, yeah, that's one that I'm definitely going to get eventually. But right now, I'm not there yet. So it is on my Holy Grail list. All right, Katie, what is number 3 on your dream list?
All right, I'm gonna have to go with the Stranger Things Upside Down, except it is retired. I was pretty disappointed to see that.
Yeah, and that is going to be number 3 on my list too. So we can just both talk about it. So, we're huge Stranger Things fans. She knows more about it than I do, even though I started first.
I hated it at first. I don't know why.
Yeah, but man, it's such a good show. It's gonna go down as being one of the best shows of all time, at least for Netflix. And I mean, it's such a good set as well. The way you can flip it over and have it either the upside down being on top or like the normal version being on top. There's so much detail, really cool minifigures involved. Yeah. But for some reason, you can't really find it in good shape for less than $400.
It's sad. We missed it.
It is sad because during that time I kind of like broke free of Lego and for a while really. So I just didn't get it, and now that I really want it, it's like, do I really want to spend $400 on this, or do I want to spend $400 on a new set like Diagon Alley or something like that?
I would spend $400 on it. Because we spent $400 on that stuff, so why wouldn't we?
Yeah, I know. But because it's just, I don't know. It's you want some of the newer stuff for like content and for fun and all that, and all the stuff on the back of my shelf I wanted to, except for One Piece, but we'll get into that later maybe. But it was free, so I can't really complain. But yeah, everything I want, I want it, and sometimes I don't just have $400 to spend like that. Sometimes I have like a $200, and I don't have that patience to be like, I have $200 now. Let's wait until next month to get the other $200 and then put it together and get what I want. Like, I don't have that patience.
If it's retired, then where is it selling at?
You can go on eBay. You can, sometimes Amazon. You can go to like Mercury or, Marketplace or something like that. You'll find some deals. Or local Lego shops that have or may have that. So, but it is hard to find. I've never seen it on shelves. Not even when it was like on shelves, like when it was in retail. But I have looked on eBay and all that too. The average price that I see is like $450, and the lowest I've seen it is like $3 something, but it's like used.
But it doesn't look huge. I don't know why it would be that much.
Because it's retired.
Yeah. True.
So before we get into our top 2, I want to kind of talk about something that Katie and myself would really love to see Lego do. I have 2 of them. I have 2 sets. One set is what we both would like to see. One set is just me. And then Katie has her own as well. So I just really want to talk about that real quick. It would be really cool. I don't want to make a whole video on it because I don't think there's enough content for that. But yeah, Katie, I'll go first this time. I really, really, really would love to see, and I've said this in another video before, but Lego do a Lego Ideas of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh.
Now, this could go many ways. Like, you could have a setup kind of like they do with Harry Potter at Hogwarts, where you have like the separate parts of the castle and then you can put them together. Or you could just have the Chocolate Factory as a whole. And, you have like the different scenes where Augustus Gloop, gets sucked up the chocolate pipe. Oh. And, Violet turns into, you turn in Violet, that whole thing. So just all of that. And then it might come with like a little golden ticket to put on the front of it for like a little base that says, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. There's like really cool things they could do with a Lego Chocolate Factory. And then just having a little Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I'm just shocked they don't have that yet.
Yeah, another one, but I know I only said I had one, but Whoville would be really cool too.
Oh,
From the Grinch. Anyways, what's yours?
Okay, well, I have to say Gilmore Girls. I mean...
Yeah, and you talked about that before too, and it's really cool is that it's about to hit its next phase on legoideas.com. Yeah. So guys, go on there and be a supporter of that because
they do have like over 500 days left though.
Yeah, so make Katie's dreams come true and back that up. So yeah, that'd be really cool. You've been a fan of Gilmore Girls. Yeah.
I love that show. And they have like the characters, I think if they did make it like reality could be a little done a little better, but
and they probably would do that. But the house looks really good
right
right now. So, and then imagine what the interior would look like. It would look so good. It would kind of remind me of how they did the Home Alone house. So I'm guessing that set would be about $300.
It would just look so good on my bookshelf too.
So good. Oh, it would look cool. That would look cool. But something that both of us would want to see is that 70s show. Now they come out with Friends, The Office, and they've come out with Seinfeld. So they can do a That 70s show. Right?
I'm surprised it's not an idea.
Yeah.
Like on the...
I mean, the basement, that's all they have to do. Just the basement where they hang out with the couch and the Packer helmet in the back and then them just sitting around. That's all they need. And it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the car in there.
Yep. Yeah, maybe.
The stairway.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would be really cool. Back to what we were talking about. We are on our last two holy grails or dream Lego sets to put into our home or to have.
The next one I'd want is the Starry Night Vincent van Gogh.
Ooh, yeah.
The painting.
That one's really, really pretty and actually did pretty well.
It is. I think it's from an idea set as well, like the site. So that's hope.
Yeah, so as you can see, she's like definitely the artist type, whether music or just like, using what you are, right? So like kind of bringing yourself out
it's
and
putting my personality in my Lego sets.
Yeah, maybe like along your bookshelves and all that stuff. So yeah, that'd be really cool.
It even has like a guy painting it himself.
Yeah, and it's like in the distance, right? So he's actually painting it, which is the coolest thing ever. I think that they added to that.
He's looking at the sky and painting it.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. I would like to have my number 2 on the list, which is actually my fourth one, is the UCS AT-AT from Star Wars. That is one of the Lego sets that I've been wanting for quite some time, but it's going for like $850. So I don't have it yet. I probably never will, unless somehow this channel boosts up. But no, I probably won't ever get that one, and if I do, I'll probably have to sell like both my arcades behind me or something like that in order to get it.
Yikes.
And I don't think it's worth getting rid of a bunch of stuff to get it, even though it is number 2 on my list. But yeah, that thing is huge. It stands really tall. It's one of those pieces that when people come downstairs or into your Lego room, they'll be like, oh my goodness, like, wow, like that is crazy. You can fit minifigures inside of there, and it's in my favorite Star Wars movie. So it's definitely up there for my holy grails.
See, I've never really watched Star Wars.
Oh! Get off the channel. Go.
I'm not that. No, my dad's side of the family loves it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Never had the patience.
Right. It is hard to get into now since there are a ton of films, but yeah.
And then they release new shows about it.
Right.
So it's
Right. Like every other month, it feels like there's a new show. So, but no, it's really good. You should give it a shot. I got Heather, my wife, her aunt, into it a little bit, and I think she's digging it. So, But hey, let's go to number 1. Katie, I'm going to go first this time and let you go first and last, okay?
Dang.
So since we're in the Star Wars topic, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It is the Millennium Falcon UCS set from Star Wars. Another huge set. Used to be the biggest Lego set ever, but until like the Eiffel Tower and all that came out. So the Eiffel Tower has 10,001 pieces.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy. But yeah, the Millennium Falcon, that's one I know that your brother really wants to. I think everybody wants that set.
I think we've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, and it's always in store. It's just because nobody buys it.
It's just really expensive.
Yeah, it's another $800 to $850 set retail. So yeah, really expensive. But I have a feeling if that one ever did retire, it would jump from like $800, $850 to like and the $1,200 like months later.
I would never.
You know what I mean? So
it's
like,
too much.
Would it be worth it to get right before retired? Maybe, but I don't like to do that. I'm not the biggest investor guy, but if I were to, I would definitely do it for that Lego set. So let's go ahead onto your number 1.
I actually said my like top one at the beginning.
That's right.
But
my bad.
Yeah.
Which was Titanic, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
But I was stuck between the Eiffel Tower and the piano, and anybody who knows me knows I probably would have picked the Eiffel Tower because Paris. But I picked the piano because, again, I love music. I love how it looks, and I play the keyboard, but not like expert, but...
Yeah, I remember my dad, your grandpa,
Yeah.
definitely was like, you should play the piano because you got such long fingers. It's like, she's 5. Like,
Yeah.
why are you talking about her long fingers?
Which, of course, it's like the best time to start playing piano.
for
but
sure.
At 5.
Yeah.
I didn't get that luxury.
But it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful piece. Like,
is.
man, can you imagine, like, I see the piano that we have over here, but just imagine, like, a little music room where you have the
Yes.
piano, the guitar. I mean, it would just look so cool. The jazz club. So, yeah, right on. And I would put the Eiffel Tower in there, too, with the piano next to it.
Honestly,
I mean,
yeah.
gosh. So, but yeah, guys, there you have it. Our top 5 Lego sets that we would want. Again, it's not the top 5 of all time. It's the top 5 dream sets of ours, along with one set that we would like to see them make. Guys, if you liked this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe down below. It really does help the channel. We are now at 375. Wow. So getting close to that 500 or 500, 500 or 400 too. But yeah, 500 mark. So we're getting there. Kind of like half of 1,000, which is really cool. So, but guys, please comment down below too what you thought of our dream list. And if you guys have a dream set or a holy grail list at all, go ahead and comment down below what that is. I'd love to hear from you guys and continue to be a part of this community.
Yes.
Something I wanted to say too is we're not professionals by all means of Lego. We just enjoy it just like you guys and just want to continue to be a part of the community once again and just get along with you guys, get to know you guys a little bit more and yeah, be a part of this awesome world that we are in. So, every now and then I might mess up, hence some of the old other videos, but I mean, that's going to happen. So, but guys, thanks again. And until next time.
Keep bricking. My other keep bricking was so much better.